Okay. Hello, Clara. Good morning from Nigeria. Okay. Good evening from Japan. Clara, nice having you here. Good evening from Japan. Hello, everyone. It's another Monday, and once it's a weekday, it's a streaming day. And today, we are coming your way with another interesting frequently asked questions on one of the major dispatch companies' websites, which is Interac. And it's all about how to come to Japan as an English teacher. And these are some of the questions that were put together over the years, and they've come up with some answers, but I will be diving into them, adding my experience whilst I was a teacher here. So if you are watching on TikTok, you are welcome. Kindly follow this account and share this live with others. If you are watching on Facebook, sorry, not Facebook. If you are watching on YouTube, you are welcome to subscribe and ring the bell so that the next time I come up with live, you will be notified, because here we give you all the tips, all the necessary information you need to know in order to apply to become an ALT in Japan. ALT simply means assistant language teacher. Yeah. All right. So all you need is a bachelor's degree. But let's go into it. I think I need to set this so that you can see the screen. I'm going to try. I'm going to try flip. Yeah. Is it better now? Is it okay? Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So before we continue, I keep saying that I know it's kind of difficult to navigate all the videos on different platforms, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. And so, even though I made a lot of videos about this journey on YouTube, to make it faster for you, I have come up with all the roadmaps that you need to know, all the timelines, all the necessary information that you will need to know about this whole journey. I've put them together as an ebook. And if you are somebody who wants to just get everything straightforward, you can go grab a copy, and it's going to save you a lot of time, because everything you need to know is in this ebook. Okay, so go get a copy and you're not going to regret it. All right. So now let's get into it. Yes. Today, we are going to talk about one of the major recruiting companies in Japan, which is Interac. And we are on their page, and we'll be going through some of the questions they've put together. People asked them over the years, and they've now put them together with some suggestions. So we are going to go through them. We might not be able to finish all of them today, but let's keep going. So yes, as you can see, this is Interac, one of the largest dispatch companies in Japan, and this is the FAQ. So let's click on it. All right. And with their website, as we keep going, we might be changing to other uh, sites because it might be taking us on to other places. But let's keep going and see where we can get to before we'll call it a night. So the first question, they have classified it to be top questions and recruiting process, about the position, arrival, orientation, financial, health and personal matters, technology. Yeah, I think the last one is technology. So let's start with the top questions. Frequently asked questions. Number one, I can't speak any Japanese. Can I still become an ALT? And they say yes, of course. If you live in Japan, knowing and having the ability to use a small amount of Japanese is very helpful. However, it's not a problem if you don't. We recommend that you do not have any. We recommend that if you do not have any Japanese language skills, you start some online self-study now, such as using apps to learn Japanese. So there are some apps that you could use to learn Japanese. Duolingo is number one. However, if you want a short time, you want to learn very fast, then you need to go on YouTube and type basic Japanese lessons, and that is going to help you a lot. If you do some self-study before coming to Japan, you will pick up basic words and phrases quickly when here. All right. And please be informed that Interac is one of the companies that they don't necessarily focus on Japanese. You understand? So, yes, it is okay if you learn basic Japanese. It will help you, not the company. But with Interac, they are very flexible when it comes to the Japanese language ability, unlike some of the other companies that they request you are able to speak basic Japanese. Yes, companies like Joy Talk, even if you are in Japan and you can't speak basic Japanese, it is very difficult for them to recruit you. I was a victim. I applied even though I was here, but I wasn't selected simply because my Japanese language was not up to their expectation. So that is about that. And also be informed that if you are not willing to learn the language and you think that because of Interac you want to apply for Interac, probably if everybody is thinking that way, remember that that will be causing traffic, and which means not everybody can get that opportunity. So it's okay to start learning the basics little by little so that it will help you and boost your chances. Okay? All right, that is just about number one. Don't worry, feel free to drop any questions as we keep going. Anything about coming to teach in Japan is fine. All right? Okay, let's keep going. Number two, I have never taught before. Can I still become an ALT, an Interac ALT? I think this question ran through almost all the dispatch companies, but let's see what they have to say. Yes, in fact, a good portion of new Interac ALTs have never taught before. We will give you all the knowledge and skills you need to become a great ALT. Find out more about what an ALT is, including their day-to-day tasks. All right. Here, We will not click here now. I keep telling people that coming to teach in Japan is not about you being a teacher. It's about you willing to teach. It's about you being able to teach. It's about you having a bachelor's degree and you are interested in teaching in Japan. And so if you don't have a teaching skill or teaching certificate, it's not a problem. You can still become an English teacher, which is an ALT in Japan. All right. Number 3, I haven't graduated with a bachelor's degree yet. Can I still apply? This is very, very important because someone asked me similar question. So let's see what they say. If you are receiving your bachelor's degree within the next 6 months, you are welcome to submit your application so that we have your information on file and so that your application can undergo preliminary screening. University documents, including the diploma itself, are necessary as part of the ALT application process. And so we may have to pause your application until closer to your graduation. After receiving your application, we'll let you know if we need to wait to proceed, and we encourage you to keep us updated with news about your degree. Okay? So if you don't have the degree in hand, it's not possible for the companies to assist you to process your document because you need a degree in order to process your visa. For work visa in Japan, you need your bachelor's degree. All right. So if you are about to graduate, within 6 months you can access your degree, your certificate, then it is okay to apply. Somebody like me, I applied whilst I was a student. I got here in Japan before I graduated online. But in my case, I already have bachelor's. So I got here before I graduated with my other degree. You understand? So that might be a difference. Okay. Number 4. When do I apply? When should I apply? When should I apply? And for that, they say click here for more information about our recruiting process. So we are going to click here now. I'm going to click here and it's going to take us somewhere here. Okay. So as you can see, it says how to apply as an ALT in Japan, right? So I might not be able to read everything into details, but you can also, I will leave the link in the description of this video. You can check them out at your own convenience time. All right. Done your research and ready to get a job teaching English in Japan? It's time to get in touch with us and apply as an ALT. If you haven't already, you may want to find out what qualifications are required to teach English in Japan. And for that, we've been saying it, you need a bachelor's degree, you need to undergo education for 12 years where English was used as a medium of instruction. All right, with all that said, you are eligible to apply. So now, what is Interac's application process? Good. Interac's application process was smooth and efficient. Their onboarding was also easy to understand and comprehensive, so it wasn't difficult for me to transition from software engineering to teaching. That's somebody, John Kiefer Star, ALT at Interac. So this is someone who was having a software engineering background, but he was able to transition into teaching in Japan. So despite your background, despite your qualification, your field of study, you can still become an ALT in Japan once you are willing to teach, because bachelor's degree is the qualification. Whether you've done it in zoology, music, science, anything, you are more than qualified to teach. All right. Okay, you can quickly and easily apply to become an ALT. Yeah. Okay. So now let's continue. How to submit your application to us. First step to applying to become an ALT in Japan is to complete our registration form. Okay, the registration form is this. I have done a complete video on this. Yes, I've done a complete video on this. You can find it on my page. Welcome to Interac Global Application Hub. You know, they talk about the salary range from 2.4 million to 3 million per year. This is annual. So you are going to divide this into 12 months. Okay, because they pay in August as well. Unlike some companies like Borderlink, which doesn't pay in August. For Interac, they pay in August. Okay. All right. Do we have any question on TikTok? Not yet. Okay. Not yet. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. On YouTube, AK. Okay, AK. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, let's go. Okay, working condition and salary, as you can see over there, the contract is 1 year. For every dispatch company, you have 1 year contract, okay? And it is renewable depending on your working ability, your ability to work according to, to satisfy the company's expectations. Then you are going to be renewed. Your contract will be renewed. However, if you are not able to convince them that yes, you are a candidate they should keep, well, if you are in their position, you know what to do. So they will do the same thing to you. Okay. So the requirement, like I said earlier, be a university graduate, yeah, and can evidence having at least 12 years of education where the language of instruction is in all courses was English. All right. So that is about that. And with Interac, their application is very, very straightforward. Depending on where you are located, depending on where you are resident of, you have to choose that place to apply. So for example, if you are residing in Japan, you click here. If you are in North America, you click here. And if you are in UK, Europe, and Africa, you have to click here. And the rest, Oceania and Indo-Pacific resident, you click here. Caribbean, Philippines. So you don't just click on anywhere. It depends on where you are. Okay, that is about Interac. It's very, very important. So you take notice of that, then you apply. So for example, I will click on the Africa and let's see. Yes, terms and conditions. If you accept, then you go to the form. And this is the form I have made a detailed video about. And one thing with Interac is you would need to submit your CV and a cover letter whilst filling the application form. You understand? You need to submit your CV and cover letter. So you take your time. I've made a video about this, so I won't stay on for long. So you see, choose file. So cover letter, choose file. Resume, that CV, choose file before you accept and submit. So that is about Interac. Unlike Borderlink, whereby if they reach out to you before they are going to send you a form to fill, Interac isn't like that. For them, you would have to submit the form. While submitting or filling the form, you would have to submit your resume and cover letter at once. All right. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back to, no, not quite ready. Leave us. All right, let's go back to the questions. Okay. How long is the application process? All right, somebody is asking a question on YouTube. Okay, so how long is the application process? Basically, all dispatch companies are about to start their application for next school year. The school year is beginning from April and will end the following year, March, just as this current school year is ending next week. Next week, 23rd, most schools are going on vacation. However, it's a very short break, so maybe a week or a week and a half. So we will resume in April. You understand? So they are going to apply, they are going to open application portals from May and we'll recruit and prepare people so that they will come next year, March, to start working in April. You understand? So it doesn't matter when you apply. You need to apply between early June and October, December. So within that time, if you are recruited, you are going to be prepared and make you come in March next year. Sometimes they recruit for September, but that is not a major season. So sometimes if they lose their clients, like somebody quit along the way and or they left the country, something happened, then they might look for people to fill in those positions. But mainly those positions are they use people already in Japan to fill such positions because the COE that we apply for people from outside Japan takes time. You understand? So yeah, that's how come it is not likely that people are recruited to come in September. Okay. Another question: can an ALT have side job or do other job alongside? Yes, ALTs can do side jobs. However, it can only be teaching. Yes, that's what ALTs do because your visa, which is instructor, it's all about teaching. And with the instructor visa, you are only bound to teaching in public schools. That is from elementary to junior high and sometimes senior high. But if you want to do any other teaching like the weekend teachings and co, you can ask permission from your company. They will give you a letter. And when you find a part-time, you are going to get the contract, the part-time contract, and take it together with your permission letter from your parent company and go to the immigration having your passport and your residence card, and you apply to do additional jobs and it's going to be granted. All right, but you just have to take the action first. You need to take the step before the visa the permission is granted by the immigration. Then you can go ahead and do any other job. Okay. TikTok, no question. Okay. Thanks for joining, guys. Okay. Razi, good morning. Good morning. Good evening. Good evening from Japan. How do you do? We are talking about how to come to Japan as a teacher. Don't forget to tap on your screens. Okay. All right. Next, I am a non-native level speaker of English. Can I still apply? Let's see. Unless specifically stated, the details on our requirement page are not flexible. Yes. Read more about the requirements of teaching English in Japan. You see, this one is very straightforward, but let's click on it and see. Qualification, that's it. We said it already. Basic requirement for English teachers. The degree and the 12 years of education. Those are the major requirements. So be a native level speaker of English. You don't necessarily have to be a native speaker. Just be a native level speaker. All right. And also have received an education conducted in English for at least 12 years. Okay. Have at least a bachelor's degree in any subject from an accredited university. Good. Be a team player. Those ones are additional qualities that they need. A team player that is professional, flexible, cheerful, and energetic. Be under 60 years of age. That's all. So even if you are 50, you can apply. Even if you are 55 and you are sure of traveling, you are sure of being able to teach, they will recruit you. All right. So that is about that. Okay. Let's see. Another question. After the 1 year contract with the employer, will I be able to switch to another job or other business in Japan? Of course, you can. Okay, of course you can. So what you need to do is you don't have to wait until the contract has ended. No, you don't have to wait until the contract has ended. Once you know you want to do this, By September, you should start looking for the jobs that interest you. Even not up to September. Once you start, you can start looking for jobs. Some companies will understand, okay, we want to recruit you, but you said, okay, I want to finish the contract with these people, then I can switch over. They will understand. So you have to start looking for your interests right from the time you come. You know why you are here. I keep telling people that the ALT path is the easiest visa route. You understand? It gives you access to visa. And when you are here, you can switch over depending on what is your interest. If you have a bachelor in, IT, you can find IT companies here. If Japanese is not a requirement, you can find IT companies here and switch over. Once the companies are willing to do your documents, you are free to do that. All right? Yeah, okay. The next question, and you said, and can I come with my family to Japan? Of course, yes, you can. Japan actually promotes family. However, you don't have to come with them from the initial start. No, you can't do that. It's not advisable to do that, because if you say you are going to come with your company from the start, your family from the start, the company might decide not to proceed with you, because you are going to add an extra duty, an extra job, an extra work to their work, because they need to apply for your family's COE, which they might not be willing to do, because they have people who are coming who are willing to come as singles. So if you want to burden them with some further duties, they might just forget about you. So the best thing is to come. Once you come, then you can bring your family later. That's good. That's the best way to go about it. All right. Next. Thanks, sir. Also, my wife has a diploma from a Nigerian university, Polytechnic. Can she also apply? Unfortunately, applying to work in Japan as a teacher only needs a bachelor. Anything lower than bachelor is not recognized in Japan. Okay. But if you come, your wife can come and she can still get job using her dependent visa, because you are already here. But she cannot get job with the HND while she is outside Japan. This is the honest truth. Okay, let's keep going. Have I answered you, please? I can only say okay. Have I answered you, please? All right. Okay. Thanks for the likes. Thanks so much for the likes. Let's go. Hey. Yeah, it's a big problem, right? You mean the HND, right? Thanks for the likes. Let's go. Yeah, okay. Next question. Oh, another question on YouTube. I have masters. Can I apply, and what is the process? Of course, once you have masters, you are more than eligible, because the least qualification is bachelor. Okay? So yes, of course you can apply. You can apply. The process is what we are going through now. Today we are talking about the questions that were asked one of the companies, which is Interac, and we are going through the questions because it will prepare you. Okay. However, let me put this through. If you are a Ghanaian and you are living in Ghana, Interact says they don't have the license to recruit people who are living in Ghana. It doesn't mean they don't recruit Ghanaians. Please, this is very different. They recruit Ghanaians, but if you are living in Ghana, they say they don't have the license to recruit from Ghana. So, supposing you are living in Dubai, you are living in Kenya, you are living in Nigeria, but you are a Ghanaian, you can still apply and you will be recruited if you meet their expectations. Okay? And the trick is you don't need to, if you are a teacher, you don't need to be like, oh, I'm a teacher, and so you don't need to be too formal. You have to be lively. Energy. They want to see your energy level. That's the most important thing during such interviews. Okay? They want to see your energy level. That should be the goal. The energy with a smiling face. You see how I'm smiling? Yes, that is the trick. Once you show enough energy, high energy, with a smiling face, a little respect to your co-panelists. I mean, if it is borderline, you are going to be 5 during the first interview, 5 or yeah, maximum 5. That is the ideal plan for first interview. However, some people may not join, so you might be less than 5. Just show energy and respect your other colleagues whilst they are talking. You be quiet and be listening, smiling face. That's all. Man, guys, it's not that difficult, right? It's not that difficult. And you also dress properly. If you like, you wear tie. If you like, you put on your traditional clothing. For example, those of us in Ghana, we wear our fugu. Fugu. It's something they like because they know you are bringing the cultural difference. It's very important. You don't necessarily have to be in suit or tie anytime. Yeah, even if you are in tie, today I wore my suit, not my suit, my fugu. I was in tie like this and I put on my fugu. Come and see. They were, oh, wow, nice, nice. That is the cultural difference. You are an ambassador of your country. Okay? All right. Yes, I think we have another question here. Hey, Chinelo, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. A question: will there be any form of trading training when the accepted when an accepted hmm? when an accepted as an ALT before the class begins? Of course, all the companies do orientation. Some of the companies that I know, for example, Borderlink, they will start doing orientation trainings for you whilst you are outside Japan. And when you arrive, you are going to go through another set of orientation, I think for a week before you start teaching. So yes, all the companies do training and orientation whilst you are here in Japan. Okay, so there's no problem with that. Okay. Uh, your explanations are top. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Final question, please. If I start my application now, when will I be in Japan? Can I apply right away? Okay. So, great question. I keep advising people that even though there is no time limit or there is no closing date for applications, even if you apply now, it is not likely that you would get a response because the people who they have brought, they are now working on them, trying to place them in schools, and the schools are going to start next month. Like I said, I know Borderlink has finished one of their training sessions. Some people are still coming in March, or later, we are still in March. Some people are still coming ending of March. So they are still working on that. That is why I'm saying every year the applications open mainly in May, mainly from May. So you have to apply from probably May ending or from early June. In that case, you are sure to get a response from them. And if you apply, for example, with Borderlink, and within 2 weeks you haven't heard from them, I encourage people to use a different email and reapply because that application is going to be selected automatically. It's an automatic selection. So if you are not selected, it doesn't mean you are not good. It doesn't mean you have done anything, you have written anything bad, because with Borderlink's application, you don't necessarily feel anything as such. Unlike Interac we are doing today, whereby you have to upload CV and co, you don't do that with Borderlink. All right. So if you're not selected, it's just unfortunate that the system did not pick you. So you change your email and reapply because the system has identified the email already. However, if you are invited for an interview and you couldn't make it in that year, don't think of changing an email, because even if you apply with different email with the same detail, you are not going to be invited. That's the difference. Have I answered you, please? Okay. Yes. All right. Let's proceed. Let's keep going. Do we have any question on TikTok? Lady C. Okay. What about adding your HND accompanied with TESOL? Okay. Unfortunately, the TESOL itself is just an addition, or it will put you ahead of others. But it doesn't mean if you don't have a bachelor's degree, you can substitute it with TEFL. No, please. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you too. Okay. Another question from Chinelo. Okay. Do I necessarily need the TEFL before applying, or is it a guarantee of getting the job? Okay. And Chinelo, I normally ask people this simple question. For example, you are recruiting people, and you said, if you don't have a TEFL, it's not a problem. But if you have it, I will consider you. So 5 people applied, and 3 people don't have the TEFL. 2 people submitted their TEFL. Are you going to leave those 2 and look at the 3 people who don't have it, or you look at the 2 first before thinking of the 3 people? So this simple scenario should encourage us to at least strive to try and get it, because it's free. You can get it free on teacher records. All right. So yeah, it's not a must. It's not necessary. It's not a required document. But if you have it, it adds your chances. It adds to your chances. It increases your chances of getting employed. Because what is TEFL? It is teaching English as a foreign language. Yes, TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language. So it shows that you are actually trained to teach English as a foreign language. Okay? In countries like China, it's a must-have certificate. If you don't have it, you cannot be employed to teach English. But here, it's kind of flexible, but it doesn't mean we should ignore it. Okay? Yeah, that's how best I think I can answer this question. All right. Please, what's the procedure to get a TESOL certificate? Yeah, it's about going online, typing, for example, teacher records, and registering, creating an account, and writing the exams. That's all. Okay? That's what you need to do. Okay, let's keep going. All right. One more question from here, Chinelo. Is there a particular CV format for Japan? Do you have any on your page? Yes, there's a particular CV format that Japan likes, and I have written my book, and I put in the book a sample which you can take a look at. However, the book is not free. The ebook is not free, unfortunately. Yeah, this is the ebook that I keep talking about. It contains a sample CV and a sample Japan focused cover letter. So you can grab a copy I will drop the link in the description of this video. You can grab a copy and you would enjoy this book, because when you get this book, you will get everything that in my videos I've been saying, including things that I don't even remember to say in my videos. They are all in this book. Okay, so you can find the link in any of my live videos. The description of any of my live videos is going to help you. I encourage people to get it. People who got it, they know what it is. So yeah, that is about that. Okay. Okay, the next question. Do they consider degree classes like first class, second class, and third class? Absolutely not. No, they don't consider degree classes. Once you have a bachelor's degree, that's what I know so far. They don't consider degree classes, please. So don't worry. Once you have a bachelor and it's a genuine bachelor course from an accredited university, you are qualified. You have a bachelor. They don't care about degree, like grades. Second class. No, no, no. Okay. All right. How much is the ebook? Okay. If you are paying with an international card, it's $17. Not anything, you know. But if you are paying with local currency, I think Nigeria, people who bought it, it was 27,000 naira. In Ghana, it was 200 Ghana cedis. Yeah, that's it. So that is it. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm in Japan. How much? You are in Japan. Okay. So what's our faith teaching in Japan, especially we that have HND? Well, if you have an HND, I would advise strongly that you rather apply to schools to come as a student. Because Japan doesn't give jobs to people who don't have a degree. You know, I am talking about this because I came through this path. So please, somebody who is into maybe construction work, or who is into maybe those factory jobs, might not understand me. Somebody might think that I am saying something which is untrue. Somebody might say, okay, please come, there are jobs here. Me, I came with the teaching, and I'm talking about the teaching path. So if you have a bachelor's degree, this is what you can do to get here as a teacher. Is that okay? So please, I know why I'm saying this. It's very important for me to clarify these issues. Okay. All right. Chinelo, what about the basic language? Will they training ALTs as well, or you will be given a chance to learn it? Basic language. So yeah, you would be you will learn. If it is borderline that recruit you, they start giving you basic tutorials about the language right from when you are outside Japan before you come. However, it is very important for you to start. You need to start. There's a saying that put it on your knees so that they put it on your head, right? You can't just say you are coming to Japan, it's not going to be English speaking country, and you have not done any effort learning the language, thinking that when you get here you will learn. It's a recipe for failure. If you do that, the companies are not willing to recruit you because they've seen that you've not taken any pragmatic steps to resolve the issues, because that language is going to be a challenge, one of the challenges for you in Japan. So if you know it's going to be a challenge, what steps are you taking in trying to solve that challenge? They need people with open mind. They need people who are focusing ahead. You need to plan ahead. You have foreseen that yes, the language is going to be a trouble, it's going to be a challenge. So what are you doing about it? So if you start learning little by little, they know that, okay, yes, this person is a forward thinker. This person knows that, yes, the language is going to be a problem. So he or she has started studying little by little, because the companies keep saying it on their website. Even as we are going through this Borderlink FAQ, they also said it on their page that start learning the language, self-study. Okay, self-study. And on Borderlinks page also the same thing. They say take language courses, study basic Japanese language. So all these things, they are not saying it for saying sake. So once you are thinking about Japan, Japan is not an English speaking country. And so you need to start learning the language little by little. In that case, you are putting yourself ahead of someone who might not even take a listen to what we are discussing here. All right. So this is an advantage for you. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I think we don't have any question yet. Then let's keep going. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here on this channel on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe on TikTok. Don't forget to follow us and share this live with others because it can only get better. I am here to clarify every doubt you have, every question you have about teaching in Japan. I am here to provide honest answer to them with my experience. All right. Okay. Let's keep going. Somebody says something on TikTok. Please, I am in Ghana. Plead with you to get me someone to guide me to start for a fee. Start what? Can you be specific, please? Adventure. OMG. What are you? Hawak ko ang beep. All right. Yeah, so is it Ishmael? Is it Ishmanuddin? Yes. Start what, please? Be specific so that I know what to say. You have not said how much the book costs in yen. Yen? No, because I don't know. I don't know in yen. Maybe $17. $17, how much will it be in yen? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I will find out. Okay. Start with the process of becoming an ALT teacher, please. Ishmael, that is what we are doing here. So there's no fee involved. You don't need to pay anybody to guide you to come and teach in Japan. That is what we are doing, exactly what we are doing here. Okay? We are taking you through the steps so that you don't go and pay money to anybody. What I am doing is giving you all the tips, and if you want it to be very concise, I sell my book. If you like, you buy. Okay? If you buy it, it's yours. Because if you pay someone, the person is also going to use time to do whatever research the person needs to do. But remember, with Japan, if you even pay somebody, it's coming back to you because you need to go through the interview. The person will not sit for the interview on your behalf. So there's no point paying anybody. This book is your book. If you purchase it, it becomes yours. Aside that, you are not paying me for anything. I am providing you with authentic information which will guide you. If you go on my YouTube page, I've done videos about how to apply for Borderlink, Interac, Altia Central, Heart Corporation. I've done all those videos, and all the videos have the links, the application links. And I'm now telling you the application season will open in May. So apply from early June or late May. So I believe you have all the information, all the necessary information you need to succeed in this ALT journey. I've made videos about how to do your introductory videos. Yes. So all you need has been put together here. And that's what I'm saying. If you are having challenge of searching which video should I watch, then you get the book and it becomes your property. Do you get a point? All right. I think we have another question on YouTube. During the interview session, I heard the dress code has to be black. Really? Black. Secondly, if you greet the interviewer only in Japan language and every other thing is in English, can it still pass? Listen, well, I don't know where you get this information from. It's new to me, but you need to understand that everyone is unique in its own. Maybe someone decide to do that, but it's not a requirement that you should wear something black. No, it's not. You just need to look formal during the interview session. You need to look formal. Whatever formal attire you have, if it is your native dress and it is formal, trust me, it's something they love. That's what I'm saying, that they love the cultural aspect. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Today, I went to work with my fugu. I am a Ghanaian. I'm a proud Ghanaian. And recently, you might have noticed on the internet, I think about a month ago, that our president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, went to Zambia wearing the fugu. And unfortunately for the Zambians, they made a comment thinking it was a mocking something, and it rather turned to becoming something that was shocking. Everybody was promoting it because we love our attire. You understand? So, yeah, they love that. You need to promote that. You can start right from the day you are joining the interview. Once it is formal, they can question you about it. You might end up trying to talk about your attire, telling them the history and all those stuff. You understand? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Teaching is an art, and maybe that worked for somebody. It doesn't mean that is the standard. You can set the standard by yourself as well, and it becomes the standard. I believe in that. To be honest, I believe in being me. If I do something, I know I can defend it. I am okay. All right. You should try that as well. It helps a lot. Okay. All right. Next. Can we continue? Yeah. So Islamuddin. You can DM me and we will continue. Okay. You can DM me for more guidance. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Salas, I see you. Victor, I see you. Please share the live with others. I see you guys. All right. So let's go back. Next question. I have never taught before. Can I still become an ALT? I think we've done this already. Yes. Can I bring my spouse or dependent to Japan? This is the question. Question 6. Question 6. Very good. Can I bring my dependent to Japan? Okay. AK has a question. As an ALT in Japan, can you also be doing your master's at the same time, probably part-time, and will they allow it? Well, for this, I have limited knowledge because I know that if you are a student, you have a student visa. If you are an ALT, you have an instructor visa. So to be able to manage the two, I don't know. If it's an online course you are doing, probably fine. But to be schooling and doing ALT, I don't know. I have limited knowledge about that. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. Maybe I know people who came as an ALT, but the person went into schooling. He left the ALT job and joined school. I don't know if it was because of visa issues or not. So I am unable to speak to it in details. Okay. If I don't know, I don't know. I'm sorry. All right. Number 6, can I bring my spouse? Okay, let's see what they say. This is complicated. Okay. Listen to what they are saying. Oh. This is a company, one of the biggest companies, saying this is complicated. The Interac recruiting process is intended to only accommodate the applicants themselves. Good. From time to time, we do receive applications from couples as two separate applications. Good. We do our best to place them into positions near each other. Great. If your spouse or dependents are not Interac ALTs, we cannot offer any support, advice, or sponsorship for their immigration status. Have you seen it? This is what I've been saying. Okay? Your accommodations are arranged by Interac on your behalf and are intended for single occupancy. It is impossible for us to find alternative accommodations. Find out more about moving into an apartment in Japan. Do you get it? So these are very complicated issues. So if you want to bring your spouse, it's okay, but for now, you come first as a single person. Then you can do the applications on yourself, on your own. You can do it. You get a document from the company. They need to give you some kind of document, and you go to the immigration by yourself to apply for your dependent. It's as simple as that. I have done so, so I know what I'm telling you. Okay? All right, that is the best decision so far. Okay, we have 3 more questions. Can I bring my pets with me to Japan? I know certainly this question is not for we coming from Africa, right? It's not for us coming from Africa. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. John. Good morning, Dr. Morgan.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good. Do you have any question for us, please?
Yeah, please, I wish to ask like the online teaching job in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested. Please, how can I do it?
Online
Maybe
teaching
if you
job.
could teaching English in Japan.
Do you have a bachelor?
Yes, I have a bachelor's degree in fisheries and aquatic sciences.
All right. Then I have made videos on my YouTube channel. You either check on them or get an ebook and get the whole understanding. But for now, we are going through questions on the site of one of the major companies in Japan.
Okay, okay. But I later applied in Border Link. Since then, they have not given me an email.
When did you apply?
I applied, let me say, around January.
Exactly. That is the timing. The timing is wrong. You need to apply between May ending or early June till October.
Uh,
So that time in January, they have already done, they've concluded their applications. They are working on people coming in March. So that time, if you apply, you will not get any response.
Okay, because I am an online tutor native come.
No problem. Once you have a bachelor, they are willing to recruit you. I believe you are from which country?
I'm from Africa, Cameroon precisely.
The English side, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's the English time.
Good. There are people from Cameroon who are teaching here as ALT, so it's not a problem. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So please stick around as we conclude these questions and I'll come back to you on TikTok. Please don't go away, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Do you have any questions here? Okay. So the last 3 questions. Can I bring my pets in Japan? Like I said, this question is certainly not for our brothers and sisters in Africa because we don't care much about this. See. But Interact says our housing and support system is unable to support teachers bringing pets. Please do not plan on arriving with animal companions of any variety. For more information about housing in Japan, please see our article here. All right. Number 8, who is Interact? Let's see who is Interact. Interact teachers, sorry. Interac teachers enrich the lives of hundreds of thousands of school children every year by delivering interactive and exciting English lessons, commonly known as ALTs, which stands for Assistant Language Teacher. Interac teachers working in the Japanese school system enrich children's lives by sharing their knowledge of English and communication skills and giving insights into other cultures. It's very important. You have to know much about your culture and share with the kids. Okay. Founded in 1972, Interac is Japan's largest private provider of professional foreign teachers to the Japanese government through its ALT program. Interac is also a significant player in providing professional teachers for commercial and government organizations. Since April 2014, Interac has become part of the Link and Motivation Group. The Link and Motivation Group has a range of interests and subsidiaries in the business, consultancy, education, recruiting, and hospitality sectors in Japan. Discover more about Interact. Yes, so sometimes you can find a link like Link Japan. If you go on the internet and you type Link Japan, you can get recruited through them and they recruit for Interact. All right, so that's what they try to say over here. So that is simply who Interact is. And the last but not least, how many people work for Interac? Those ones, we don't need them, but they say Interac employs over 3,300 staff in Japan across a network of 13 offices. Around 3,000 of these employees are non-Japanese. All right, they are non-Japanese. Okay, now let's get back to business here. Okay, we have some questions here. What's the best time to apply? Is it I'm finding it difficult to mention this name. This question is from, is it Tokozile Kadango? Kadango. Okay. Yes, the best time to apply for any ALT position, in my view, in my honest view, is from early June till October ending. Between June and October, that is the best time to apply. And when you are going to apply, don't just apply to one company, apply to them all. Apply to all of them, because it doesn't mean once you apply you are going to get recruited by that company. You don't know which one is going to pick you up. I have interviewed somebody on this very channel of mine. She is from Zimbabwe but was residing in South Africa before applying. She applied for 20 jobs. I keep saying this. She applied for 20 good jobs, got interviewed by 3 different dispatch companies, and finally got one offer. Imagine those 17 jobs. It doesn't mean if she were to apply for these 3 companies, she's going to get it. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to apply more. Okay? Don't give up. I didn't know all these things earlier. This is why I am sharing them for you so that you make informed decision more than I do. If I were to know about this, maybe the first year I applied, I would also got another company that will bring me. For me, I only know about Borderlink. So I applied for the Borderlink first year, I didn't get it. I had to apply the following year before I had it. So you are aware now that you need to apply for more than one company. All right, so apply more. There's no money involved. Get a copy of this book and get all the necessary information you need and apply. Just apply, apply, apply. Okay, there's no money involved. All right, okay. So Clara says, when is the right time to apply with the company Interac? Yes, all the same question Kadango asked. Yes, so it's the same. All right. Is it possible to apply to different companies for ALT? Yes, it is possible. Chinelo, it is possible. You apply for different companies, but they are all, when they all invite you for interview, you can join all of them. You don't know which one will give you jobs. Somebody coming this year got two, she got 2 companies employing her. So she need to decide which one to offer, to accept. because they will tell you, we are giving you this offer, will you accept? So because they will tell you all the details, what they will pay you. This one, imagine this one gives you the detail. This one also gives you the detail and conditions. So you kind of choose. You have the opportunity to choose. All right, isn't that good? That is a good experience, though, if you ask me. So you need to apply to them, but you cannot accept the two. That's the point. Yeah, you cannot accept the two. Once you accept, then they are going to ask you for documents so that they apply for the COE on your behalf, because you can only apply for one COE. That is why you cannot accept two offers from different companies. You get a point? But you can apply and make your decisions, choose between them. It's very possible. Okay. If I apply May by May ending, beginning of June, and accepted, will I still be able to be in Japan? No, it is not possible. It is highly unlikely that you'll be in Japan this year. So just tune your mind that once you are applying now, you are going to come in March next year. So all that I am trying to inform you about is because of the Japanese school year. I keep saying it, you know, the Japanese school year. All right. Mm. Because of the Japanese school year, you are going to come in March next year, probably. All right. So, for example, if you apply in May and for even if they have position in September, the COE takes maximum 3 months. You might be lucky to get it even within a month. So, even if you get the job in July and they apply for the COE for you, and within 1 month you get it, which is August. 1 month to come to Japan, it's not feasible. It's not feasible. So maybe it's not feasible doesn't mean it's not possible, but I don't want to make anybody believe that they are coming this year. If you plan to come next year and fortunately you are choosing to come in September or to come somewhere in this year, that's fine. But mainly, anybody who is applying this year would be made to come next year, March. Okay. When is the right time to apply with the company Interac? I think we have answered this question, Chinelo. Clara, we've answered this question. I said all the dispatch companies, you need to apply from June ending or early, no, not June ending, May ending or early June. Okay. If I apply by May, June, and they accept me, will I be able to come to Japan this year, June, or will I still have to? Yeah, you have to wait. For example, when I was coming, I got my application granted. Like, yeah, I got accepted in July in the year I came, in the year I got recruited in July 2021. But I was made aware that I will be coming in March 2022. So that's how it works. Yeah, so yours is to focus on getting recruited. Once you are recruited, you know that yes, you are coming, because once you are recruited, sometimes there are things they do every month with Borderlink. I know about Borderlink. They do things every month like meetings. You meet with other recruits from across the world. You have chats, they call it international chats. Then you keep talking about Japan. People who have been to Japan before, they keep sharing their experiences. And you that have not been here before, you'll be feeling, okay, all right, this is how it is. For example, it was during such meetings that I got to know that taxis in Japan, uh, passengers don't open dogs of, not dogs, passengers don't open doors of taxis in Japan. Yes, I never knew, because in my own country, you need to open the door as a passenger. Sometimes you even force the door to open. All right. Yes, so thank you. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for the likes. How can I apply through Craigslist? I tried applying, but I don't know how to send my documents. Prince, I'm sorry, I don't know about the Craigslist you mentioned. All right, I don't know about it. So if you can tell me more about it, probably it might help. Okay, thanks for the likes, Prince. Yeah, so guys on YouTube, that is how it is. Okay, so once you get employed, they are going to be taking you through some of these things, preparing you, getting you see the Japan you are coming to in your mind before even coming here. So it's a nice experience. If you try, you're going to get it. Everybody who tries gets it. So try. You just have to put in little effort. Okay. Spend few coins on books and read. All right. Yeah. You don't need to pay huge sums of amount to anybody in order to apply or to get teaching jobs in Japan. But you can spend something on yourself, having it as your bona fide property, your resource, which you can rely on. And look, when you look back, you realize that, okay, this year I took these steps, I got this, even though it's not anything expensive, but you had it. Okay. Okay. Somebody says, Clara said, I have applied to so many companies, but no response or acknowledgement. Yes, it's all about timing. If you can tell us when you applied, we might try to help. Okay. So, Clara, when did you apply to such companies? Can you tell us? Thanks so much for the likes, Prince. Thanks so much for the likes. Zamzak, thank you for the likes. Thanks so much. Yes, Clara, if you can tell us about when you applied, okay, it will help. All right. Hmm. Yeah, thanks so much for the likes. Thanks so much. Okay. So, guys, you can link up. You know how to do that. Check the description, check the about of my channel, and God willing, tomorrow we shall continue with the rest of the companies as we digest them, recruiting process and all those stuffs. We shall continue tomorrow. So don't forget to tune in as we go through that as well. Okay, Clara, I am waiting to hear your time of applying so that I know how to say, I know the advice to give. But if there's nothing, then we will call it a night from YouTube. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to join, and don't forget to let somebody also join. Tell a friend to tell a friend that this Adventures of Japan is sharing tips about how to come to Japan as a teacher. And you don't necessarily have to be a teacher in your country. Once you have a bachelor and you are willing to teach, you are more than welcome to apply. Okay. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.